Be me. I'm a 24-year-old software tester built like a wet spaghetti noodle. My wrists are so thin that my Apple Watch keeps asking if I'm a child. One night, I decide that keyboard curls are not a fitness plan and buy a second-hand gym membership from a coworker who just moved. I walk in for the first time. Neon lights and mirrors are everywhere, and every guy looks like DLC for God of War. Panic sets in, until I see her. Her name is Hazuki. She's 5'11", a mountain of muscle and dimples, wearing a plaid flannel around her waist and a tank top that reads "Deadlift Mom." She's loading plate after plate like she's stocking groceries on Mount Olympus. Our eyes meet, and she smiles at me, the way you smile at a lost puppy in a shelter. I hop on a treadmill, trip on my own shoelace, and hit the emergency stop key with my face. Hazuki jogs over, smelling like citrus and chalk. "Yo, you good? String bean?" I die inside and nod. 5 minutes later, she's showing me how to use the rowing machine. Her biceps look bigger than my future. "Pull with your lats," she says, "not with your ego." I have no lats, only ego dust. At the end of the session, I try to thank her. She slaps a coupon into my palm. First personal training session free. See you tomorrow, nerd. Next evening, 6 p.m. sharp. Hazuki's idea of a warm-up is farmer carries with kettlebells heavier than my existential dread. She strolls beside me and asks what I do outside of almost dying here. I explain that I test buggy apps and watch 90s mecha anime. Her eyes light up. Same hobbies. She even cosplays a swole Asuka at conventions. My brain crashes. After the workout, she asks, "Macros or ramen?" I squeak, "Ramen." She replies, "Good choice. Muscles need sodium. Be there at 7. Is this a date? I spend an hour Googling how to eat ramen without looking like an infant. Tiny noodle shop. Perfect smell. Hazuki orders double pork, double egg, extra spice. I mirror her courage. She laughs and wipes broth from my chin with a napkin. "Relax. Sensei will not grade your slurp technique tonight." Conversation flows. She tells me she did powerlifting in college, tried firefighter school, but a knee injury ended that path. Now she trains clients and streams strongman video game speedruns. She listens while I describe Jira tickets with passionate hand gestures. We leave the shop in light drizzle. Beside her Jeep, she says, "Thanks for tonight, little man. Had fun." Then she pats my cheek. Equal parts dog and boyfriend material. I drive home blasting anime openings, hard at 9,000 RPM. Week 3. Our routine becomes ritual. Monday push, Tuesday pull, Wednesday anime rest day. She texts protein memes at 6 a.m. "Rise and grind, you adorable baguette." I reply with pictures of me drinking whey-like punishment juice. She notices I skip lunch to debug code. One afternoon, she shows up at reception with a meal prep box labeled, "Eat or the cat memes stop." Inside is perfect chicken, rice, and broccoli shaped into chibi dumbbells. Coworkers ask who the food fairy is. I just smile like someone who finally found vitamin D. 4 weeks in, I can bench the bar plus baby plates. Hazuki claps so loud the gym echoes. When one dude complains, she tells him, "Quiet, boomer." I ascend. Late night session, empty gym, low purple LEDs. She teaches me hip thrusts and says bracing the core is like yelling "Kamehameha" in your stomach. She demonstrates. Hips explode skyward. I forget gravity is a law. Afterward, we foam roll in the stretching room, emergency exit light glowing red like a romance warning. Hazuki asks, "What's your max heart rate right now?" "No clue, but you're setting PRs on it," I answer. She boops my nose, lifts me bridal style for fun, and murmurs, "Careful, scrawny. Keep improving and I might keep you." Brain error 404. Saturday charity deadlift meet. She competes for fun. I carry ammonia caps. Crowd cheers as she rips 405 like paper and yells, "Not today. Lower back." A little girl asks if muscles make you lonely. Hazuki kneels and says, "Muscles make you strong. Friends make you loved." I melt. Picnic afterward. She shares gummy bears, 1 gummy per 10 kilos lifted. I've earned 3. She leans her shoulder into mine. "So, what are we calling this? Training montage?" She laughs, shakes her head, and kisses the sweat on my temple. Let's upgrade to DLC relationship. Download complete. 3 months in. I own a neon green lifting belt she bought for my birthday. I can do clusters of 3 pull-ups. Biceps still noodle, but noodle al dente. Friday grocery run. She pushes the cart. I ride the front like a toddler. Sunday meal prep. Lo-fi beats, chicken sizzling. Her dog Kona begging for protein scraps. One evening a thunderstorm knocks out power at her apartment. We light scented candles she keeps for mobility yoga. We drink cassonade pudding from mugs and sit on the floor. She shows me childhood photos, tall, chubby, bullied. At 12, she benched a broomstick and promised never to shrink for anyone. My eyes leak. She wipes my tears using her thumb like it's deadlift chalk. I promise to grow armor too. Corporate fun run season. A 5-kilometer charity jog. She paces me, ties my shoelaces double knot, and whispers, "Run like the buffet closes in 30. I finish without dying, a personal record for existing. She posts a sweaty selfie captioned, "Proud of my little marathon snack." 6 months. I meet her parents at a family barbecue. Dad's an ex-Marine. Mom's a pastry chef with arms almost as big. They call me Computer Kid. Hazuki's younger brother arm wrestles me and wins in 2 seconds. Everyone still cheers. Driving home with windows down, summer air warm, Hazuki asks softly, "Do you still feel small?" "Only when I stand next to your heart," I say. She grips my thigh hard enough to bruise and smiles into the dark. 1-year anniversary. She surprises me with a custom hoodie, front text. Tech support, kept alive by Deadlift Mommy. Back shows chibi versions of us bench pressing cats. I frame a picture from our first ramen night and caption it, "We gain together." She tears up and hugs me so hard my ribs creak. Be me, 1 year later. 25 pounds heavier, still debugging life. But now the muscle mommy lifts me figuratively and, yes, sometimes, literally. Work stress goes to the squat rack. Heart stress melts in her laugh. My strength PRs are still tiny. But my happiness PR climbs every week. Thanks to the strongest woman who ever asked if I was still breathing.